Oh my gosh, I thought that's kind of harsh when you're with someone who you've been engaged to for quite some time. I know like people are always trying to say negative stuff. People are always trying to point out certain things and just, you know, because everything is so new, her situation is like ideal for people to poke fun at in a sense. There are people's situations are always different. Some people have just walked right out of one situation and walked right into their happily ever after. And you know, but I find like those situations are very rare from what I've seen. Woo. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to Beauty by Chick. It's Sarah, and today I'm gonna do a bit of a kind of like a get ready with me makeup while I talk to you about some juicy stuff that I've been hearing about on YouTube, and actually I've seen for myself. But yeah, as you guys can see from the topic, the whole Britney and Baby. I don't know if you guys are familiar with this YouTuber and if you watch her videos or not, but you know, I watch her videos, and I mean, I do go on there and I comment and whatnot, and I do keep, whenever I network or I comment on people's channels, I always try to pick the best, the positive out of any given situation. So, however, her situation's kind of been like, I don't want to say ticking time bomb, but it's just been very controversial over the past few months, and it's controversial for a lot of reasons. You guys, like I said, if you guys aren't familiar with her, just type in Britney and Baby in your search bar and you will come across quite a few videos discussing what's been going on. Anyways, before I jump into the juicy stuff, I'm gonna try to put on my face while I'm talking to you. I've been watching Britney and Baby for a while. You know, her and her ex-fiance Ian, just using my foundation, her ex-fiance Ian, they have 3 kids together. I wasn't quite sure if the eldest daughter was all of theirs, but I mean, it doesn't matter because he seemed like a great guy. However, recently, you know, they decided to part ways for whatever the reason was. It was very vague. She didn't go into details about it, so we were just kind of left, okay. I mean, she explained it, but you know how YouTubers be doing. They explain things, but they kind of omit things, and so you're not getting a lot of, you know, you're not getting a lot of the truth of the matter, I feel. And I don't want to insult you know, YouTubers on a whole, because I make videos. I do this. I also make daily vlogs. If you don't know, check it out. It's called the Zebra Tribe. But I just try my best to remain genuine, and I get it. But a lot of these days on YouTube, so many people do things just for views, and I'm talking like crazy things, including like they don't mind ruining their relationship or ruining their marriages and, you know, all that jazz. So moving on, what was from the whole Britney and Baby situation, what came about was that her and her partner Ian parted ways, and that's their choice. They can do that if they want to. But shortly after, though, she found a new beau. I know. Does everyone say boo? I don't know. But, you know, boo and beau, whatever, same difference. Yeah. So shortly after finding a new boo, he came into the vlogs, and it was not very long after before you got the hint that, oh my gosh, they're like sleeping over. He was like legit sleeping at the house with the kids. I mean, you know, like I said, I try my best to remain neutral. So I don't want to throw shade at people's situation, but I felt like the situation moved really fast from what I saw. It was just like, oh, they parted ways, and then within like a few weeks later, she was with someone else. I mean, I thought that's kind of harsh when you're with someone who you've been engaged to for quite some time. I find it strange that you can just get over that relationship really fast and not give 2 craps about it, you know? And I know people's situations are always different. Some people have just walked right out of one situation and walked right into their happily ever after. And, you know, but I find like those situations are very rare from what I've seen. In her situation, I felt like it felt like a little rushed, but I was trying not to say much about it. The thing for me though is that she has children, and I'm a mom. You guys see me on my vlogs. You guys see how I am. I really am like, I'm that mom that like put my kids first, and so that's the thing that kind of rubs me the wrong way in a little bit, just because you've got young kids, you know, you have to keep their best interest in mind. They just went from parting ways with their dad, and now they are in this new situation with a new guy. So that's the part that rubbed me the wrong way. It's just that she moved on rather quickly, and I know because the kids are young, they're resilient to stuff, but I just don't think it's necessarily fair to them. Like I said, I watch her videos, and even when I watch, I try not to be controversial. I try not to go on people's channels and leave negative comments, because that's what I do appreciate for my own. At the same time, I don't think that everyone's gonna reason with her what she's doing and how she's doing things, how she's operating on a whole it's good. However, in Britney's situation, so much has happened. Like I said, I was trying to have an open mind when it was just the first thing, like, okay, I have a new boo. It was just like, oh, okay, I see you, girl, I see you. Go on with your bad self. But then, it's like, I swear, what felt like a week later, we're buying a house together. And I was just shocked. I mean, they've been together for like 2 months. That's insane. I've never heard of that in my life. That's like a huge, huge commitment. I don't feel like, I know she says, I was watching her, and I know she says, when you know, you know. When you know, you know. And I was thinking, oh gosh, like, I just felt, because I really genuinely, I like her. And I like her videos, or, you know, I like her content, and her kids are beautiful. So I don't want to be the one to say anything negative about her, but I just thought that's not something to go on. When you know, you know. I just pray and hope that this scenario, what are you doing over here? I just pray and hope that this situation works out. I just pray and hope she's right, and it all works out, because I can just think of like a gazillion other people. Britney Spears did it too, where she thought she knew what she was doing. Actually, no, that was probably a mistake. That was probably a mistake when she married Kevin Federline, Feline, Kitty Cat, on that one night, and then quickly divorced the next day. I guess that's a different scenario. But there's plenty of other people out there that have gotten married really quickly and thought they knew. And I mean, we're not even at this point yet. I don't even know why I brought up the topic of marriage, because that is coming up and we're not even there yet. Step 1, she had a new boo. There's step 2, she bought a house. Oh my gosh. So watching for quite a while, and I noticed in certain videos that she did have a little bit of a bump, which appeared to be like a pregnancy bump. Yeah, because I've never really known her. She's one of those people that, you know, can magically be pregnant, have a big baby bump, knock out her baby, stomach back flat like a pancake the next day. So I never known her to really have like a pooch. So when I saw that, and I read in the comment section, and people were like, oh, does she look like she's pregnant? She looked like she's pregnant. People were saying a bunch of stuff. Also, she did a recent video where she was going on vacation to go out of town to where her family lives, and people also commented again in that section, she looks like she's pregnant. I bet you she's going to go tell her family that she's pregnant, yada, yada, boom, boom. And I'm just thinking, okay, I know, like, people are always trying to say negative stuff. People are always trying to point out certain things, and just, you know, because everything is so new, her situation is like ideal for people to poke fun at, in a sense. I'm not trying to tell you that I'm doing it, but I'm just trying to say that it is, because it's also new. It's not the norm, and people can't understand. They can't even fathom how this is going and moving so darn fast. With that said, that was just like a bit of a rumor, and I was reading it, and I didn't think much of it, even though she did have like a bit of a pooch, had a baby. I still have a bit of a pooch, but y'all, she just announced the other day that she is for real pregnant. She's pregnant. I was like, guys, Britney and Baby is pregnant. She's pregnant with baby number 4. Crickets. Crickets. Like, this isn't even a joke. She really is legit pregnant. How do these subscribers know how do they know these things? That's insane. They picked up on it. They had the radar. Guys, they knew she was for real pregnant. So she just announced she was pregnant. Gosh, the comment section on this one was a big, because she did disable the comments. No one was allowed to comment back. But yeah, now it all adds up. It would have made sense, because I guess it would have made sense had she said she was pregnant before, but before the whole buying the house situation. But Britney announced that she bought a house with Frank first, and then she announced that she's pregnant. And it's all going so quickly because she said she's already told family, and they're already so far along. It's like, she told us, I think, at like 15 weeks. I'm just like, oh my gosh, that's unreal. So she's already like almost halfway pregnant, and we had no idea. Now she did a video telling the kids and whatnot, and it all adds up. And I'm just thinking, oh my goodness, this is all moving so fast. I hope, like I said, I hope and pray that everything works out, because like I did even comment on one of those videos in the beginning of the videos. Honestly, Frank does seem like a genuinely nice guy. He seems very nice and just chill. But I mean, that it takes a little bit more than nice and chill to make a relationship work. So I'm just hoping that things work out for them. I honestly, like I don't know. I really don't know what else to say, because at the end of the day, it really just comes down to the kids for me. I always feel like with kids, things that I see, I don't necessarily agree with, because when it comes to kids, you have to be careful. Like their dad just left, or not left, but you know, they parted ways, and so now they're living with their mom, and they go and visit their dad. And that's one thing to handle already, but now they have to go. They go back to visit dad, but now they've got Frank who's there. And from the beginning, Frank didn't appear to really not be there. Like the moment he started dating Brittany, he was already like sleeping over and staying at the house. And now he's like full-blown stepdad doing all types of stuff. And I'm just like, whoa. For my kids' sake, no matter what, whoever it is that I would be dating would not be able to be that. They wouldn't be able to have that close contact with my kids immediately. That's crazy. You have to know who they are. You have to be dating for quite some time for it to have the idea that you could just come in and play this stepdaddy role. I mean, how can Frank, who has no kids, come in and just figure, you know what I mean? Who just have this grand idea of how to take care of kids and how to just adapt to this. And I'm not saying that you have to have had kids before. I was just even watching Jess Fam the other day, and she was saying that like on her list, when she was finally looking to, you know, get back out there, when she made a list, the guy who she was dating had to have had 2 kids, a bare minimum of 2 kids. And that's a huge expectation too, just because she already had 4 herself. And so you're immediately thinking whomever you're dating, like, if they need to come in with 2 kids and you already have 4, it's going to be a total of 6. And that's a lot to think for the average person. But that was her, so, you know, that was her requirements, you know, and to each their own, because like I said, there's pros and cons to it. It made sense from her perspective, because the person needs to know how to handle kids, so they could know how to handle hers and she could see how they handle theirs. But at the same time, it just means like an automatic big, large family. And so that's the thing that, you know, little kids. But anyways, that's my take on this whole situation. I feel like the kids are the ones that I'm concerned about. I'm not concerned about Britney at all. Like, she could have 50 million boyfriends if she does please. That's not my thing, but if that's hers, so be it. It's just unfortunate because kids are involved, and so kids have to go for the ride. And it's like, God forbid it didn't work out with Frank, what would happen in that scenario? So that is my take on this whole Britney and baby thing. It's like a big scandal that's going around. I just, you know, I want to indicate that I'm doing this video to just share my 2 cents on it. It's purely just sharing perspective on a situation, and I think it's important to hear different people's perspective, because my video is not here to bash her, nor is it here to condone what she's doing, but it's just here to share a different perspective on it, and just open up, you know, just there's already so many different perspectives on it, and people do like to just throw people under the bus. And so I always try my best to be different. I don't like to do that. But like I said, in this situation, it is kind of hard when it comes to certain things, because honestly, the way Britney did go about things, it doesn't seem all that right. And there's just so many things that just are happening so fast. To us, the viewers, it's overwhelming. I can only imagine how overwhelming it is to either her, to Frank, and the kids, and their whole relationship in general. It's all happening really, really fast. And so that's my take. Comment down below if you are a Britney and baby watcher. I don't know. And I just want to, I also want to clarify that in the midst of it all, I just heard about a marriage certificate surfacing up. So it's an indication that they did get married, or it's a secret, or it's secretly married. I don't know. It's really, really fast. And then what happens if it doesn't work out? Now you're stranded, you're left behind, like you're like a mom of four. I feel like I'm going to do a part 2 of this video, and it's not going to be focused on Britney and Baby, but it will be more focused on how much YouTube has changed and how these families are honestly just, so many families on here are just kind of like going mayhem. They're changing really quickly just to go with the trend and to go with the flow, and they're not paying attention to their actual lives and their families and how, you know, or just certain things. So I don't know. Comment down below and let me know what you think. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe, and also let me know what you think of these kind of videos.